Hey guys, so welcome to the second part of this video, and we are seeing the Uber trip analysis, and we will do our further analysis which has been remade. So if you have directly jumped to this video, I recommend you to go ahead and watch the first part of this video. The link is available in the description of this particular video, right? So as per our problem statement, if you go ahead, we have to go with the location analysis, what we have to do next. And this is the crucial part now. So what we have to do here is we have to find out the most frequent pickup point. So why we have to find out it actually, because it will help us understand which is the hotspot for the customers as well as for the drivers, so that they can have the Uber ride immediately, and they can or customers also can have number of drivers available in that particular areas, right? So we have to find out both the frequent pickup point and the frequent drop off point as well, because whenever we say the drop off point, it will be the pickup point as well for other customers, right? Because when the ride is been picked from the pickup point and when it is dropped on that particular point, the Uber drivers wait on that point itself so that they can get a new ride. So it will also become a hotspot for pickup point as well, right? So those are interconnected and related to each other actually. And so that's what we have to find in this particular problem statement. So, one more thing, like in this, we are also going to make use of so many. Yeah, I mean to say, we have created one user relationship, or the relationship or the modeling we have created, where we have created an inactive relationship. So, we will be making use of that particular inactive relationship over here, where we will make it active, and then we will make use of that particular relationship in this particular video. All right. So that is what we are going to do right now. So first what I will do, I will just create a placeholder. So I'll just copy this, Control C, Control V, and I will add it over here. Okay. And I will break it completely downwards. All right. So this will be the placeholder where we will be creating that particular analysis for locations. And now first what we have to do is we have to find out the most frequent pickup point. Okay. So for that, obviously we have to write a DAX calculation. So what I will do in this trip details, we will write this particular calculations. Okay, so now I will take a new measure over here, and here we are going to make use of both location and trip details table. So to find out both pickup point, the most frequent pickup point and the most frequent drop off point as well. So I will right click over here and I will create a new measure over it first. And here I will name it as most frequent pickup point. Okay, so this is the calculation which we are going to write, and I will be using a variable. I will explain you why we are using and what are the first. I will write the first calculation and then I will explain you. So I will take the first variable that I will name it as my pick point is equal to. Okay, so I will be using a top n function over here, and if you can see your top n function take multiple arguments, and you can see what does it do. It returns a given number of top rows according to the specified expression, right? So it will give us the top rows based on how many rows we are adding. So n value is nothing but how many rows we want, and or we can see we want to display as an output. And then you can see it is taking the first nth value. Then we have to write the table. Then we have to order by expression. What should be the expression that should be ordered by, and what will be the order by order, right? So that is everything we are going to write in this particular expression. So the top value we want only one value, because only we are only calculating the most frequent, that is the maximum pickup point location we are want. So we will take it as one only. Then it is asking us that we should add the table, right? So for table, what we will do, I will just create a new table for us, and it will be limited for this particular calculations itself, right? And we will be writing that particular table or creating that by using a summarize function, right? So here you can see what does summarize do. It creates a summary, the input table grouped by specific columns, right? So here we are going to group a particular, I mean to say, first we are going to take the location from the specified columns which we have. So for that particular column, we will group all that particular locations and we will find its occurrence of pickup, right? So how many times that particular location has been picked up, so we will find it count and then we will create that particular table. So I will first write and I will explain you. So I will take on new line, and so it will be easy for us to understand, not new columns. and here I will write it. So I will be using, so summarize text, which table you want first. So I want it to create on trips, comma. It is asking us, so first table we have taken, then what should be the group by column? So the column we want to group by is the location, right? We want everything on location, comma, then second argument we want is by group by column 2. So we will name this particular column as pickup point. So we are hard coding this. Okay, so this is our second column which we created, comma, right? Then it is asking us what should be the expression, right? So now we know that for location is what we are finding in this particular summarized table, or the table which we are creating for calculation purpose. So it will take all the locations, it will create the list of locations. Okay, so it will create the list of unique locations, and then it will create one more table in, or one more column in front of this particular location, that is called pickup point. And then that pickup point will have what value? So it will have the count of what? Trip ID. Okay, you can take trip ID, or you can take count of that particular location ID also, right? That is pickup location ID. So now what will happen? A table will be created where it gives us the location, the distinct location, and in front of that pickup point header will be there, and below of in front of each location there will be count of trips, right? So how many are the pickup points for that particular location? So that will be calculated in this particular table, right? Then I will close the bracket for summary. Okay, so we have closed the bracket for summary, comma. So now we are, sorry. So now what here we have to write the comma, comma, one sec. So now we have closed the bracket, comma, and now what we are doing is we are now routing right now back into the top end function. So first we have created the table over here by using summarize function. Now we have to calculate it order by expression. So it should be order by on what? So we want it to order by on pickup point. So that is nothing but this particular table. So we brought this particular table over here, and what should be its order? It should be in descending order, right? So descending order means what? Whoever's location is in maximum, so we want to sort it in the descending order, and we will pick up its first location. It's very simple. The same way we write it in the SQL, the same way we are going to write it over here, and then we will close the bracket for top n, and then we will use a return function, right? And now here return, we are going to use make of concatenate x function, right? So concatenate x function allows us to return the multiple string values, right? So when I say multiple string values, why I have to use this? Because let's say there are two locations which are at top, right? I mean to say there are few locations which are, or we can say there are two locations which are having same number of counts. Then that both locations should be given us for as an output. And when we want multiple string values as an output, then we have to use concatenate x function, right? So it is asking us first the table, right? So which table we have, or which what should be the expression, all right? So it can be directly this particular expression. We will take first concatenate, that is nothing but this value we want. Then we want location. Okay, so that is nothing but we want location to be displayed, comma. Then what should be the delimiter? Means what? If there are multiple values for this particular pickup point, what should be the delimiter? It should be by comma separation, right? So give me, if there are multiple locations, then give me it by comma separated values. So I hope you have understood this. Okay, so and I will just close this, right? So you can see this calculation is valid. What we did here, I will explain you again. For a pickup point, what we have done here is we have taken the top n function, and top n take multiple arguments. It gives us the first value that we want only one location, that is which is the most frequent, that is the first location. And it is when we do it on descending order, when we sort it in descending order, so automatically the maximum value comes at the top. And when the first value will have the maximum pickup location, and we want only that value, so we are using one. And we are creating a summarized table over here, which will be and group by table, and all it is grouped on the location where we are taking count of trips, right? So when we use group by, whenever we are using any aggregation, we have to group it by, it is an SQL rule also. So same thing we are doing it in here in DAX also, and we are returning it using a concatenate x function, because if there are multiple values, we want to show the multiple locations as well. and that's the reason we are using a pickup value, and we want output in the form of location. That particular location should be displayed for us, right? And I will just hit enter and I will close it, right? So this was for most frequent pickup point, right? The same way I will just create a new calculation and I will name it as most frequent, or what I will do, I will just copy that calculation. I have already wrote it. So this is the most frequent drop up. I am directly pasting it over here because it will take very much time for me to write and then explain you guys, right? So that's the reason I'm just copying it for you. I would recommend you to pause this particular screen and write exactly what has been written over here, right? So pause the screen, and this is the most frequent drop-off point. I have already wrote this because it will take me time to write and explain all those things. So I've already copied, and then now I will explain how it works, right? So first variable we have taken here is drop-off point counts, right? So first I will tell how this particular calculation will explain or how it will perform. So what we are doing here is we are finding or we are counting the drop-off locations first, right? So first task is to find out the counts of drop-off location. Right now, first we found out the counts of drop-off location. Then second, we will rank it based on that particular drop-off locations, right? Because we want the rank one itself, right? Then we will filter the highest count, right? That is nothing but we have filtered it over here, right? So we want only rank one because we want only top location. And then we will return everything by using concatenate function, right? So these are the first four tasks which we are doing over here. And the first one is as I told you, we are counting the first drop off location. So what we are doing over here is we are creating a new column. As I told you, we are going to create a new column, and we are doing it by using add columns. And we are creating a summarize function over here. And the first we are doing it based on the trip details location. And here is the first column which will be there in this particular summarize table, on which we are going to group by everything, right? Second column will be a drop off count, right? And we have to count the trip ID, right? So nothing but we have to count the trip ID, but to find out the drop off location, we have to make use of drop off location ID. And as I told you, in this particular data model, if I go to my data model view over here, here you can see, I will just close this first, that this particular, to find out the location, drop off location, this relationship which has been used right now, it is inactive. But we have to make that particular relationship active. For that, what we have to do here is, I will show you the most frequent drop off location. So what we have done here is we have used the user relationship function. So what is the use of this user relationship function in this particular tax is that it will make that inactive relationship active in this particular tax itself. For this calculation purpose itself, it will make that particular relation active, and it will join that particular table on what? The drop of location ID and the location ID, right? So from trip details, we have taken drop of location, and from this particular locations table, we are using the location ID. You can check your data model. It is connected on these two tables or two fields only. And then we are taking the count, right? You cannot take direct count. For pickup, we took direct count because it was an active relationship in between those two particular fields. But here it is an inactive relationship, and because we have to find out the drop off point, so that's the reason we are using this relation. And all this particular expression from here to here, right? This will give you the count of drop off per location. So it will create one location table. All will be unique locations will be there. In row wise, you will see all the unique locations, and in front of that, you will have the values of count of each and every trip ID, and it is nothing but based on drop off location. So that is nothing but it will give you how many times that particular location was used as a drop, right? So that is that particular Uber driver dropped how many times in that particular location, that number you will get in front of that. Next, what is we are doing in this particular calculation is we are using a rank function, that is nothing but rank the drop-offs. Nothing but we are creating one more column that is based on rank, where we are giving this particular drop-off count over here, right? So what we are doing here is in this particular drop-off count, we are arranging each and every number and giving it a numbers, or we are giving it a rank. And rank, we are using a rank x function where we are giving it the numbers in descending order. And we are using a dense ranks function over here. What does a dense rank function use over? Dense is nothing but the values will be if there are multiple values, right? So drop off location, let's say there are two locations which is having same number, right? There are same count which is having the same drop off counts, then it will give one to both of them, and then after that it will give the two number to that particular second location, right? It will not skip the second. So 1 1 2 3 3 4, likewise it will give the multiple numbers if there is a having if that particular location is having same counts of props, right? So that's the reason we have used this particular rank function. Then we are using a filter where we just want first rank, okay, because we want only one location which is having the maximum number, right? And then it will return everything, right? We add the same way we wrote it for the you know the pickup points. So we are using a drop off, and then we are using a locations table, and if there are multiple locations it will be separated by using comma, and then there will be one space in between that, right? I hope you have understood. I have used my best way to make you understand this, but this comes through practice only, so I hope you have understood. Pause the screen and write everything which is there similar way into your system as well. I will just click on OK and I will close this. And now we have to bring this in the in visualization, right? So now here I will take a new card. So just take a new card over here, and now what I will do, I will just bring first the most frequent pickup point, and then I will bring the most frequent drop off point. Okay. So these are the most frequent pickup and drop off point for us, and now we will do some formattings over here. So let's come to format your visual, and I will go in layout. So space between cards, I will give it as 20 pixel. Okay, the space between these two cards. Next thing, I will go to call out values, and the values I will choose it as 15, and I will name it as Sergio Semibold, and I will make it to center. Okay. Next thing what we will do here is I will go to label, and in label I will make it as let's say 11. Okay, and I'll make this also as Sergio Semibold. Okay, or I'll make this as 10. So let's make it smaller. So this is the most, you can see this is the most frequent pickup point, and this is the most frequent drop off point, right? So if you can see here from here, the most frequent pickup point is Penn Station, that is Madison Square East West, and the most frequent drop-off point is Upper East Side North, right? So these are the two hotspot. One is for pickup and one is for drop-off. And here I hope you have learned something from this, that we are making use of actually the I can say uh, the multiple DAX and advanced DAX functions over here. So I hope you have understood that. And now next what we have to find out is the farthest, you can say the farthest strip, right? So if you see the problem statement, we have to find out the farthest strip over here. For that also I have already wrote the calculation, because it's a big calculation. I will just copy this and I will explain you how it works. Right click and I will create a new measure for that, and I will paste it over here, right? So this is the for farthest strip. So first what we are taking, the first variable we wrote to find out the maximum distance, right? So from this particular maximum distance, what we are calculating is what is the maximum trip distance in between entire trip details, or entire in the entire table values which we have. We are finding out the maximum trip distance, right? So this is very straightforward. We found out the maximum trip distance. Next what we are doing is we are finding out the pickup location, right? So for this particular maximum distance only, so we are making use of this maximum distance, and for this maximum distance we are going to find out pickup location, and then we are finding out the drop off location. So first what we are using a lookup value. So what does a lookup value does is in this particular we are having two tables. One is trip details and there is a location table. So what does lookup value gives us, or it gives us an output is, it will by using this particular two tables, it will give us the field value which is there in another table. It will give us in the main table. So now here another table for us is the location table, and the main table for us is the trip tables, right? So we want all the things in trip tables, and that's the reason the it's take the first argument is which particular value you want it. So we want the location value, And what is the joining condition in between them? The joining condition is location ID, and then we are using a calculate function over here where we want, or we join it on the location ID, right? And we are taking the trip details, trip distance, where we are using a filter condition that trip distance should be equal to maximum distance. Nothing but we have applied here one filter condition which says that if this trip distance is equal to the maximum trip distance, then only give me this particular location, right? So in this way this particular pickup location operates. The same way the drop off location also operate. Same calculation, same functions over here. Just instead of your pickup location ID, we are using drop off location ID, and same filter condition is been applied over here. So this is a pretty straightforward calculation, but you should know how to understand it and how to write it, right? And then we want it as an output is what? Pickup, right? So we have used the pickup. This will be in text, right? And we are using a add function, means what? We are concatenating it, right? So first what we want is pickup location. That is nothing but you will get it from here. You will get an pickup location. Then we are adding one text again. You can see there is one small arrow. So you will see how to get this particular arrow. So you will get that particular arrow. You have to press window plus dot. You have to place a window plus dot, and in this particular you can go back, and here there are different shapes available, right? So here are different arrows here, right? You can see this particular arrow. You have to press windows plus dot on your keyboard. You will get all these particular shapes, right? And then we are getting drop up location, and we are formatting this particular distance into miles. That's the only thing we are doing over here, right? So we are getting pickup location, drop up location, and what's the distance between that particular two locations. So I'll just click OK and close it. So, and I'll just copy this same over here down. Okay. And instead of these two values, what we want over here is we want the farthest trip. Where is it? This. Okay. So this is our farthest trip. So we will just go over here and go in callout values, and we'll make it one smaller. Okay, right. So you can see the farthest strip, the pickup point is lower east side and the drop off point is Crown Heights North, and the total distance in between these two drops, that is pickup and drop point, is 144 miles, right? So this is our farthest strip. The same way you can find out the shortest strip also. What you can do is to find out the shortest strip, you just have to make one change over here. Instead of using minimum function over here, you just instead of max, you have to just use minimum over here, and based on that minimum you will get the shortest strip as well. But I thought that farthest strip will be and more informative for us. That's the reason I've just shown over here the farthest strip, right? So I hope this has been clear, which is an advanced analysis actually, right? So this is the location analysis. The first three KPIs we have already found out. Next, we have to find out the total bookings by location, and we have to find out top five locations for that, right? So what we will do for this, I will just take stacked bar chart, okay? And here we want the locations, right? So I will take location, I will add it onto y-axis, and we will take total bookings and I will add it onto x-axis, right? And now we will do some formattings because we just want top five locations. So you can see here location is there. Here we will add a filter over here. So just go over here, and here I will make it as top n, and we just want top five, right? And you have to add a value over here. On what basis, on what field you have to add that top five. So I want it on total bookings, and I will just hit apply. So you can see these are the top five locations, right? And I'll just reduce it, and I will try to bring it out here. Okay. And now we will do some formattings on this. So just go over here. On y-axis, we will turn off the title, and these values also will make it as 8, and I will make it as semi-bold. Okay. And similar way in x-axis, we will turn off the values as well as the title. Okay. Next, we'll go to bars, layout, and we'll increase this space to 30%. We'll make it 35, let's say. Okay, 35 is fine. And then we will give the color codes. So I'll just click on FX, and here we'll use a gradient color actually. and it should be based on what? Total bookings, because we are using total bookings in this. The lowest one we will use it as this, and the largest one we'll use it as this, and just click on OK. So you can see here, and we will turn off the legend from here. We don't want legend to be shown. Okay, and now we will go to general. In title we will change this title to, yeah, 12, and we'll make it as semi bold. Okay, or let's make it as 11. All right, perfect. And now we will go to visual, and we will add data labels as well. Just turn off the data labels. Values, we will go here, we'll make it as 8, and we'll make it but darker, and we'll make it as semi bold. All right, so this is total bookings by location, and here also, from here also, you can see the best pickup location is what? That is Penn Station, right? So you can see this is the total bookings by location, and this is mainly for pickup. Why? Because the active join in between the locations and trip details. Here we have taken the locations which comes from locations table, and then we showed it on the bookings, right? And it will always work on the active location, right? So active location is right now based on what? The pickup point and the location ID. So this chart will be automatically considered for pickup location only, right? So you can see the Penn Station is the maximum booking point, and the same the same frequent point also we got it over here, right? So in this way you should know how to analyze this. All right, now I will just Control C and Control V it over here, and I will bring it over here nice and clean. And now what we will do, what we have to create is the next particular chart, that is most preferred vehicle for location pickup, right? So, and we want it for pickup. You can see pickup location, which is the most preferred vehicle. So for that, instead of location and total bookings, will close it over here. We want a vehicle, so I'll bring it on y-axis, and we want a location, so that is on location. So I'll just bring the location ID and I will add it onto y-axis, and we want count of it, right? And in filters we will go and we'll just close this. We don't want any filter to be applied, right? Because initially this filter, we copied this particular chart, and the same way is applied over here. So we'll just change the title of this. It will be most preferred vehicle location. I'll just copy it and I will paste it over here, right? And I'll just increase the size of this so that title is perfectly fit in this. Perfect, right? And now we will add the vertical distributor also in between this chart and this chart. So what I will do, I will go in insert, I will go in shapes, and I will click on line. Okay, so this is the line. Then go in style, or go in rotation, and the shape rotation I will change it to 90 degree. You can see now it is vertical. Reduce it likewise, and don't change the fill color, directly change the border color, because it's already 1 pixel and it will not actually have any fill color. So just go over here and make this particular as this, right? So you can see, and reduce it likewise. All right, so it will have, and the distributor. So Control C, Control V, I will bring it over here as well, likewise. All right, so this is just to differentiate in between these two charts, right? Here as well and here as well. Now we have to add the title also here, that is location analysis. And I will just create, you can see the title for grid, we already created this. I will just copy this, right click, and I will create a new measure, paste it over here, and this is title for location. I will make it as location, and here instead of vehicle type analysis, this will be our location analysis, right? Click OK, close this, and we'll just copy this, Control C, Control V, bring it over here, and instead of this we will add type of a location. So this is our location analysis. All right, or you can use reduce also likewise. Perfect. All right, so this also we will change this title to semi bold, and we'll make it as 11. Okay, perfect. So this is how you actually create the dashboard. This is just overview analysis. We'll change the name of this to overview analysis. Okay, Next, we will also add the filters over here. So we can see we have to add the filters, that is nothing but date filter. And then we will also add the city filter over here, right? So for that, I will just take a slicer from here. So this is the slicer, and I will add the date filter. So we already created a calendar table. I will just take a date and I will add in, bring it over here, and I will do some formattings on this. So just go over here, and in slicer header, just go over here and turn off the slider. We don't want slider to be shown, and bring it over here. All right, and go to general. In effects, we'll give the visual border for this as this, right? So this will be our visual border, and let's do some more formatting on this. So slicer header, make it as Aegis semi-bold. Okay, so this is our title header, and the values which are also there, here also we'll make it as Aegis semi-bold. Okay, so a bit darker values. All right, then I will Control C and Control V, paste it again over here. I will bring it over here, and here instead of this we want city. So just bring city over here. Let's do some formattings. Go to slicer settings. We want it in drop down, and header, we'll change this to smaller value. Okay, let's make it as 9. Semi bold is fine, and the values also here, the values will make it as semi bold. Okay, so you can see likewise. All right, and we'll just reduce it and bring it to this corner. Sorry, so this is how we add the filters also. Right now, actually we know that this data is only for the month of June, so you can filter out, right? So let's say starting from 1st June, and you want to only see the data for, let's say, up to 15th of June, right? So here you can see each and every chart is based changing on that particular filter, and here you have an option to clear selection. So it will just go to original. And if you want to see for any specific city over here, right? So let's say you want to see for Manhattan. So you can see for enter values are now changing for Manhattan. If you want for Queens, enter value is changing for Queens. For Staten Island, if you want to see for the Bronx, right? So if you can also select multiple values also by pressing Control, you can see multiple values over here, right? So in this way, it is you can apply these filters and you can slice and dice the data. You can take multiple insights from here. All right. So, and one more thing, that here it is having an interactive filter also. So now let's say you want to see for Uber Pay. So when I click on this, you can see the filter, the chart is being filtered, and all the values are also being filtered on this basis. But here you can see when I've clicked over here, the filtration is not been done. It is only just highlighting that particular values. Here also you can see a dual color is there. It is just highlighting. It is not completely filtering out that chart. So when I click back again, so now it is to the original position. So now to overcome this error, what we have to do, just select this chart, go to format, and here click on edit interactions. So as soon as I click on edit interaction here, you can see right now the highlight option has been selected. Now to near the highlight, you can see there is option called filter. So just make this filter as a selection. Here also just click on filter and click on filter. Similar way, when I click on this particular total brief, for this also any selection is done on this, here also it should go to filter. Again for this also it should select on filter. So likewise you have to do it for each and every chart. So when I select Uber also, so when I'm clicking on this grid, for this also it should just filter it out. So you have to repetitively do this. So when I select this particular location also, so it should just filter out this particular values, right? So similarly, if I want to see day-wise data also, likewise, it should also filter based on this particular value. And then click on edit interaction. And now when I click on any of the member over here, so now let's say I want to see for day night. So you can see it is completely filtering out. It is not giving us the highlighted value, right? Similarly, if you want to see the day data, right? So you can see if you want to see for 7th of June, the values will be working in that particular way. All right. So in this way, how the entire process and entire filters works actually, right? So I hope you have understood this, and based on that only we have created this entire dashboard. I hope you have understood. And next, we also have to add the logo, the other components on this particular dashboard also, and we have to go ahead and create our other remaining dashboard sites. All right, guys. So now the next problem statement which we have is for Uh, so these are the few buttons which we have to add on this particular dashboard, but that we will do at the end of this particular analysis or after we create all the dashboards. So now next we have to create is the time analysis, right? And so in this particular time analysis, we have to create few charts, and it should have a global measure filter, or it says as a global dynamic measures. It's where it should filter all the charts, right? So whatever charts which we are going to create in this, it will have a global filter, which will be a dynamic measure filter, which we already created in overview analysis. The same one we will use over here. So I'll come into visualization. Now what I will do, I will right click this and I will duplicate this dashboard. So you can see now this is the dashboard which has been duplicated, and I will change this to time analysis. We'll rename this to time analysis, and here as well we'll change this to time analysis. All right. So this is our time analysis dashboard, and now what I will do, I will just select everything over here. We will delete each and everything. We don't want all these things now. Okay, just select this as well. All right. Okay, and I will just take this down, and this I will bring at center, because this is the global filter which we are going to use in this particular dashboard. So I'll just increase it likewise, and I will just bring it at center. All right, and now this I will bring it at top, and I will go in general, and in properties I will give the height for this as 600. Okay, just take it at top bit 600. We'll specify it at 600. Okay, and I will just bring it bit down. Okay, so this will be the height, and the width for this I will just take the width. So this will be the placeholder for us. The height will be 600, and width for this I will be taking it as 630. 630. Okay, so this will be the height and width, and now here we will do our analysis. So I'll just go over here first, go in style, and go in shape first, and in rounded corners we will make it to 1%. Now the first analysis which we have to do over here is we have to do it by pickup time, right? And for pickup time we have to add 10 minutes of interval over here, right? Now to create a 10 minutes of interval here, what I will do, I'll just increase this, and now here we already have a pickup time. So if I go over here, you can see we have a pickup time over here, and we want the 10 minutes of interval in this, the time component. Here you can see the time component which is available. But first we have to separate this time component out of this particular pickup time. So for that I will write a calculation, a calculated column I will write. So I will right click over here, and I will create the uh, right click, and I will create a new column. So I'll just create a new column over here, and I will name it as pickup time. Okay, or we can say let's name is a pickup R. Okay, and pickup R, it will be in HH, MM, and SS, right? So that is R minutes and second. I will increase it. So for that I will use a time function, so where you can extract R, minute, and second. So first I will take R, and I will extract it from where? From pickup time. Okay, so from pickup time, close the bracket for R, comma, the second argument is minute. So I will take minute, and I will extract again pickup time. Okay, close the bracket for this, and then last is second. So second I want to extract again it from pickup time. Okay, close the bracket for second and close the bracket for time, and just hit enter. So as soon as you do, you can see a new column has been created over here, which says that this particular the pickup R has been created, but you can see the date is also been applied, and you can see the same date over here. This is the reason because the data type of this is different. So just select this particular column, go over here in data type. So here you have a data type, and just change this to time. Okay, as soon as you do, you can see you will have only the time component which is available over here. And now what we have to do is we have to take interval of 10 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, we want to group and take the interval of 10 minutes. So for example, right, say like 9:00, then after that you want 9:10, 9:20. Likewise, it should be the interval of 10 minutes in each hour, right? So for that, what we will do, I will just go back to my view over here, and here we have created this calculation, that is pickup R. I will right click and I will create a group. Okay, so you can see an option here called I will create a new group. And so this is the bins. You can name whatever the name should be there of the group. And I will just change the bin size. So for now, I will change bin size to 10. Okay, and I want it into minutes only. So this is what we want because we want 10 minutes of interval, and I'll just click OK. As soon as you do, you can see the bin is been created over here, and now I will create an area chart. So I'll just select the area chart from here. I'll reduce it likewise and increase it likewise, right? And now I will just select the pickup time, the bin component on the x-axis, and the dynamic measure, right? So we want everything dynamic, and I will add it onto y-axis. So as soon as you do, now you can see this is a 0 0 0. Now you can see there is a 10-minute of interval, then there is 20. Like you can see in each and every point, you can see there is a 10 minutes of interval is there. All right. So I will just select this, and here you can see for pickup hour, the bin which has been created here, you can see the data type is date and time, because in tooltip you can see the date is also there. So I will change this to only time. And now when you see over here, you can see now only time is there, right? So you can see the 10 minutes of interval is there in between each and every time. All right. So now we will just bring it over here. I will bring it over here and we'll do some formattings on this. So just go to general. Here in properties, I will specify the width or height for this as 235, and the width for this I will choose it as 650. Okay, so this will be the height and width for this, and I will just take it at the top over here. We'll do some formattings on this. Go to visual, first go to general, and I will turn off the title. We will give it other title for this, and the next thing what I will do on x-axis, I will turn off the title, and on y-axis also I'll just turn off the titles over here, right? So we don't want to show the titles. And what we will do, the values we will change it to 8 on y-axis as well as on x-axis, right? And then we will just go to lines, and the lines here we will choose the color as black. Okay, and the shaded area will make it to 75%. All right, and then go to grid lines as well and turn off grid lines, both vertical and horizontal grid lines. All right. And now this is the chart, but one thing you have to do over here, that the title of this chart we have to add. Now this title, adding the title is bit tricky over here. Why? Because the title which we are going to add on this particular chart, it should be dynamic. Why dynamic? Because whenever you are changing this particular, so right now you are looking for total booking value. You can see the total booking value is in this color. This total trip distance as well, right? So you can change the particular color for the total booking value. So for total booking, this is the color you can change for total booking value also if you want. So you can change a different set of colors. You can have it for here. So let's say for color, I will choose the darkish color for this. Okay, so this can be the color for the total booking value. Similarly, for total trip distance, I will just go back and select this now. And here the color for this, I will choose it as, let's say this. Okay, so you can see for total booking this, then total booking value it is this, and for total trip distance it is this. So it can, you can have the different, for different measures you can have different color combinations over here on this particular chart. So you will come to know that which is the value and which is the booking value, or which is, I mean to say, which is the measure which you are seeing in this particular chart. But you have to create a dynamic title over here. So what does it mean by dynamic title? That when I choose the total booking over here, it should show total booking by pickup, or what we can say, what should be the name of the chart. I'll just see, it should be by pickup time, right? Then total bookings by pickup time, when I choose the total booking value, it should be total booking value by pickup time. So for creating that particular dynamic, I can say title, you have to write few calculations for that, right? And to write that particular calculations, if I show you over here in this particular thing, here you can see there are different calculations created. Here you can see, right? So this you can see when I click booking value, you can see the value is changing. The way here I can say, you can see the title is been changing. Same way we have to create for this particular chart as well. And to do that, what we have to do is we have to create a calculations, a calculated column we have to write. And to write that particular calculated column, we have to make use of dynamic measure, right? So if you see this particular dynamic measure value, you can see here the zero value. Okay, so you can see zero value is given for total bookings, one value is given for total booking value and two is given for total trip distance. So this 0, 1 and 2 we are going to make use of this only. But when you go to your table view over here and when I open this particular dynamic measure, and here you can see there are a few fields which are hidden over here, right? And we want to make use of this particular fields, right? So right now you only see the dynamic measure in this particular parameter which we created, which creates a new table. You can see there is a dynamic measure fields is also there and dynamic measure order is there. So you can see we have to make use of this order actually. 0 is for total bookings, 1 is for total booking value and 2 is for total trip distance. And this particular field we have to make use of, but those are hidden first. Right now those are hidden. When we have to make those, we have to unhide those. And here you have an option here. You can right click and you have to click on unhide all. Right, so you can just click on unhide all and what happens now, you can see those are not hidden now. If those are hidden you cannot use those in calculations, right? So I will go back over here and you can see now those are not hidden over here. And now we have to create calculation in this dynamic measure itself. So I will right click over here and I will create a new column. So just create a new column and I will name this as dynamic title. We will name this as dynamic title and I will write a calculation for this as I will use if statement. Okay, so if statement we will use a logical test in this. All right, so the first logical test which we will be using if dynamic measure order. So you can, I already told you the dynamic measure not fields, it should be order. So if, as I told you, the dynamic measure order take three values 0, 1. So if it is equal to 0, right, if this condition satisfied, what should be the output? It should give me total bookings, right? So this will be a string output it will give us, right? So if it is 0, then it will give me total bookings, comma, another condition. I will write another condition as again if statement. I will write if same again dynamic measure order. Now if this is equal to 1, okay, then what should be the output? It should give me total booking value, right? Comma, one more condition, if dynamic measure order, okay, if dynamic measure order, if this is equal to 3, equal to 2, sorry, comma, then I want an output as total trip distance. Okay, so this should be my output. All right, and if, okay, if out of this anything is not there, then it should give me the value as other, right? So if there is an other value, then it should be an other value, which should be not possible actually. Then what we will do, we will close the if statement for this, if statement for this, and if statement for this, because we have written 3 times if statement, so we will close it 3 times, and I'll just hit it and just close it. And now when you go in tables, you can see this dynamic title has been created. When we select total bookings, it will give us the title as total bookings. If we select total booking value, it will give us total booking value, and total trip distance, and it will give us the total trip distance, right? So this is output we actually want. And now we will create our title. So now title we will create in trip detail. So right click over here and I will create in measure, and I will name it as title for by. So what should be the name of this as by pickup time. So this is the title for pickup time, and here we will take concatenate this. That is, first we will take the dynamic title. So we'll use a concatenate function. The first text we'll use it as dynamic title. Or first we'll use the selected value. Selected value, and we will take the dynamic title from here. So selected value dynamic title, and we want an output as here as, so I will add one space over here first, and then we will name it as pickup time and close the string and hit OK. Okay, and now I will just bring a new KPI over here and will bring the title for pickup time, and I'll add it over here. So you can see total bookings pickup time. So we will change this to, it should be title, and here we will add by over here, right? And hit enter. Oops. So you can see by will be added. Now we'll do some formattings on this. Go in category value, we'll change this to 12, and this we'll change it to semi-bold. We'll turn off category label. And so instead of this, what we will do, we will take this particular. That is, we have taken the other, that is nothing but the card new. Why I will tell you, because it have an option that you can take the call out value. We can either use at center or use at left. So that's the reason I've taken this. Label we will turn off. This again I will make 12. This I will make it as semi-bold. And in cards, I will turn off background and title. And now I will add it over here. And go to general, go to effects and turn off the background. Perfect. And now if you see, when I choose total booking value, you can see the name has been changing. When I choose total trip distance, you can see the name has been changing. Likewise, you have to make it a dynamic title. So you have learned something new now, right? So how to make a dynamic title if you are using a dynamic measure in your analysis, right? So this is for by pickup time, where we are using 10 minutes of interval. All right, guys. All right, so now we have created our dynamic title. So I have already mentioned how to create it. The next, as per our problem statement, we have to create is the same chart, or by, I mean to say, not the same chart, but based on the global dynamic measures, we have to now create by day name. Okay. And this we have to create it by line chart. And here we have to show across Monday to Sunday, right? So it will be by day name, and we have to do that over here. And many people were asking in the first part of this video that why we created the calendar table. All right. So, see, the calendar use of calendar table is different over here. So, whatever date calculations you write, whether it is at basic level, or you will say that I can do those days date calculation in trip details column itself or in that particular table itself. But always remember, whatever the date calculations you create, it is always recommended by Power BI that you do it through a time intelligence, or I can say not time intelligence. You create another date table or calendar table, and from there you create those particular calculations, right? Why? Because here the date works in different manner, because there might be some missing dates in this particular I mean to say, in this particular date fields which are there in your fact table. But when you create a calendar table, no date is been missed in between the minimum and the maximum dates. All dates will be there. So if you want to find out few dates, few months, few years, few weeks where there is no data, still it will be shown in the visualization, and it is helpful for the visualization also, right? So there won't be any missing dates, and you will get an output for that particular dates as well, right? So it is always recommended to create a date table, all right? And so the same thing we are going to make use of. So we already have created a calendar table. So I will get in the table view. And if you see this particular calendar table, here we have already created that calendar table. But here what we will do now, we will add one more column over here, which will give us the name of our day. Okay, so for that, I will just click on new column, and I will name that particular column as day name. Okay, let's name it as day name, and I will just write a format function for this. Okay, so I will write a format function. Value will be the date, calendar date. Okay, so from this particular column we have to derive the that particular day name of the day. And what should be the format? In double noted, I will write DDD, and when I write 3 times D, it will give me the first three initials of that particular day, and I will just hit enter. As soon as you do, you can see the first three initial are been given us as an output. And now next thing what we will do, we will go ahead and we will create our visualization, right? So just go in over here, and I will just take a line chart. Okay, so this will be the line chart, and I will just take a day name. I will add it onto x-axis, and then I will take the dynamic measure, and here I will add it on the y-axis, right? So you can see this is based on our visual. I mean to say, the day name this analysis has been done. But if you notice over here, the name of the days are starting from Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Thursday. It is very random. We want the day to be started, or the week should be started from Monday, right? So it should be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, likewise, right? So the serial of this particular, it should be in that particular way. And if you go ahead here and try to change the sort axis, right? So if you change it based on day name, you can see it is starting from Wednesday and it is ending at Friday. So it is doing actually at alphabetical order. And that is not how we want, right? So for that, what we will do, we will sort this particular day name with the help of different column, right? So in calendar table, what we will do, we'll create one more column over here, which will help us to sort that particular value. So I'll go in table tools, and then I will create one more column, and I will name it as a day number. And I will be using a week number function for this. Okay, so the week number, it is for which particular date we have to create it for a calendar date, and comma. So where should it I start it? I should start it at 2. So when I give 2 over here, so when I give 2 over here, it will start that particular week number. The Monday will be given as the 1 number, and Sunday will be given as 7 number, because I am starting the week with 2. So as soon as I hit enter, you can see it is giving us the numbers differently over here, right? So you can see over here, this is actually week number. I should give it as a weekday. Okay, just we should start use the function as weekday. So you can see the returns number from 1 to 7th, and now I will hit enter, and now you can see it is starting Monday as 1 and it is ending Sunday as 7. Similarly, again starting Monday as 1, ending at 7. So because if I give here 1 and when I hit enter, it will start Sunday as 1, right? So I'll just hit enter, and you can see Sunday it is starting 1. But I want Monday to start as 1, so I will just use here 2 and I will hit enter, and then it will give us the correct result that Monday will be at 1 and Sunday will be at 7. Now I will go back to visualization, select our day name over here, select this particular day name. I will expand this, and then you have to go in column tools, and here you have an option called sort column. Just click over here and sort the column based on the numbering which we have given. So just click on this number, and as soon as you do, you can see there is some changes over here. Right now it is from Sunday, Saturday, and it is in descending order. What I will do, I will go over here, I will go in sort axis, make sure it is at day name, the checkbox is at day name, and you will start it in ascending order. As soon as you do, you can see now the numbers or the day name is been starting from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which is the correct order. Now let's do some formattings on this. I will just select this chart, click on format painter, and I will just hit this particular chart. You can see its formatting are been applied on this particular chart as well. So now I will just bring it over here. Okay, and I will just bring it bit down. Perfect. And let's see which chart we are using. So it's also area chart only. So I'll just select it and I will just click on area chart only. Both are an area chart itself. And now we will do some more formattings on this. I will go over here, and on data labels, I will turn on the data labels over here, right? Then I will go in value and I will choose it as Sejo US semi-bold. Okay. And I'll choose the color for this as a bit darker. So the bar darker value, and the uh, you can see the positions of these values. I will just change this position to above. So whatever values will be there, those will be shown at above, right? So this is for total bookings. You can change it for total values as well, booking values, and then you can see it for total trip distance as well, right? So in this way, you have to create this, and now we have to give the dynamic title also. So I'll just take it bit down, and you can see the same title we have to add over here as well. So what I will do, you can see the calculations which we created for this is this. So I will just select all, Control C, right click and create a new measure. I will paste it over here, and it will be the title for, it will be what's the name of this chart? By day name. Okay, so it is by day name. Okay, so instead of this, I will just change this to by day name. Other all the things will be same, right? This will be day name. Correct it, close it, and now I will just copy this, Control C, Control V, bring it over here. Okay, and select this, delete this, and now I want it by title by day name. Okay, perfect. And now when I change this, you can see the name or the bookings are, or we can say the dynamic title is working correctly, and the values are also changing as expected. All right. So this was the problem statement for this. And next thing what we have to do here is we have to find out total bookings by hour and day. All right. And then here we have to create a matrix chart. So this is same as per the problem statement we have. That is, we have to create by hour and map. It will be a heat map matrix grid where on rows we will be taking the hours of the day, and on columns we will be taking the days of the week, right? From Monday to Saturday. And then values will be from the dynamic measure, and those things we have to create over here. So first what I will do, I will just create a placeholder. So I'll just take Control C and Control V. I'll just use the same placeholder and we'll just increase it likewise. Perfect. Okay. And I'll just go to general and I will increase the width a bit more and one more. Perfect. Right. And now we will just go ahead and create our matrix chart. Right. So from here, I will just select the matrix. So this is the matrix which we'll be creating. Yes, I will increase the size. Okay. And now what I want is on this particular matrix chart, I in rows I want R's. Okay. But first, if you go in our chart over here, and if you see over here, uh, here if you go and you can see in our data, we don't have the R column over here. We have this particular column, but it is taking us the full time. It is giving us the full time, but we want R. When I say R, what we want, we just want the hour like 11 like it will be 1 2 3 4 like 23 clock hours, right? So that we want. So for that, in trip details, I would right click and I will create a new column. Okay. And I will name it as pickup hour. So let's name it as pickup hour, and I'll be using and function for this as hour. Okay, so I will just use hour of pickup time, and I will just hit enter. So as soon as you do, you can see I get the hours of that particular pickup time, the perfect hours, and then we will use this particular in our analysis. And now we'll come to report view, and we have created the pickup time over here. So I'll just select that particular pickup time. Okay, and not this, the pickup hour. We have to use pickup hour. So this is the pickup hour, and I will add it into rows. Okay, so I have added it into rows, and now what I will do on columns, I have to take the day name. So this is the day name. I will take it on to columns. You can say it is from Monday to Saturday, and a dynamic measure I will put onto values. Okay, so this will be added onto values, and now we will do some formattings on this. So I'll take it at the top, and I will just go to general first, and properties. What I will do, I will choose the height for this as 570. Okay, so this will be the height, and the width I will be choosing for this as 545. Okay, so this will be the height and width, and I will just take towards the left, and I will add it nicely over here, right? And now we will do some formattings as usual. So come towards here. Okay, select this, and now in layout we'll keep it as it is. In grid lines, what we will do, we'll just keep the grid lines off. Okay, then we will turn off both the totals. We don't want totals to be shown. Then we will go to values over here, and in values I will choose it as 11. Okay, make it as 11. And column headers, what we will do, I will keep it as 10 only, but I will just make it as Sejo bold, and I will keep it to center. And to row headers also, I will just keep it as 10. I will make it as center, and I will just keep it as black itself, but I will make it as Sejo semi-bold. All right. And now what I will do, we have to do some adjustments over here. So I will just go to specific column. So for booking values here, what I will do, the display unit, I'll make it to 0. Okay. And similarly, I will just select the booking value. So for booking value also, what I will do, I will just select the matrix again and go to specific column. Okay, so now specific column, you can see the booking value is there. So the display units, I will convert it to 1000, and the value I'll just choose it as 0. Okay. Next, I will just choose the trip distance. Again, select the matrix, and here the display units again I will choose at 1000, and I will just change it to 0. Okay. So you will say that values are not readable. It doesn't matter for us because we are going to make some adjustments, and the adjustments I will show you what adjustments we are going to make. So just select this matrix, come over here, and instead of pick up hour, I'll just name it as hour. Delete it and hit enter. So I'll just show it as an hour. And now we have to just adjust our columns. So just make the column a bit bigger. So just make it a bit big so that all are equivalent. So my mouse is not working correctly, but still you can do yours one correctly. Okay. Okay, looks fine to me now. And we will go ahead and do further analysis as well. So I will just go over here, and now I will just go to specific column. So this is the specific column, and I will go to cell elements. Okay, in cell elements, I will add the background color. Okay, and I will add the font color as well. Right. So you can see automatically it has been applied, but I will change the color first. So I'll go to background color, and here I will choose this. I will add the middle color also. So this is the my lowest color. Then I will add this my as a middle color, and I will add this as my maximum color, and just click on OK. And we will do the same on here as well. This will be my minimum color, add the middle value. This will be my second, and this will be my maximum. Just click OK. So make sure you apply the same colors for all of those, right? So you can see the background is been now looking nice. I will just select the visual again and go in grid, and in borders you have to go in borders, and here instead of this color I will choose at this, right? So you can see those blue borders will not be visible now. So I'll make a Friday a bit big, make Friday a little bigger, Thursday also a little bigger. Now it looks nice, right? Similar way, what we have to do, we have to select total booking value, and we have to change it over here as well. Now go over here, select the matrix first, and just go to cell elements, and here turn off the background color. So I'll just go to this particular first, add a middle color, and it's up to you which color you have to add. So I'll use this as the middle, and this as the second, and I'll add this as the third, and I'll just click on OK. All right. Similar way, this also we have to change, add a middle color. I will choose this, and it was this one, and then it was this one. Gone. Okay, perfect. All right, then I will just choose total trip distance. For this also we have to change the backgrounds. So just go to cell elements, turn off the backgrounds, over here, add middle color, and here let's take this. Then I will just take this, and I will go with this one, marker. Perfect. Here as well, I will choose this, add the middle color, then this will be the second, and this will be the third. Perfect. Okay, so I would recommend you to use the same shades of colors, and I would recommend you to use this shade, whatever this shade we have used here. Try to use the same shades of color over here as well, right? So that it will look correctly and the color combination would match, but I won't waste much time on that. So you can do it on your own. Just select this particular thing, go over here again, and go to values, and here you can see the alternate color to this is given as grayish color. So you can see the alternate background over here. I will make it as white, and now you can see it is correctly looking now. Perfect. And now we will add the vertical chart also for here, that is a bar chart, which will give us an information of this particular values over here, like for each and every hour, what is the maximum hours which has been focused, or at that particular hour, which is the highest bookings are there. And from here also shaded areas, wherever you see the darkest color, it indicates that that particular day and for that particular hour, there are maximum number of what I can say values, or maximum number of trips, Uber trips are been bookings are been done by the customers, right? So it will help us to understand like which is the uh, according to heat map, which is the busiest days and which is the busiest hours as well. So now what I will do, I will just take a bar chart. Okay, so this will be the bar chart. I will extend it vertically and I will just take the R from here. So I will take pickup hour, I'll add it onto this. So just pick up R, I'll add it onto y-axis, and then I will take the dynamic measure and I will add it over here. So now, if you can notice over here, the axis of y-axis, you can see the y-axis is starting from 0 at the bottom and the maximum that is 23 at the top. But here you can see it is starting from 0 over here and 23 over here. And if you add it over here, it will give us the incorrect result. So that is not we want. So we have to invert this particular axis. So first we'll go over here. I will go in y-axis and here you have an option called invert range. So as soon as I do, you can see now it is showing from 0 to 23 and that is how we can match it over here. And now we will do some formattings on this. No title we want, no effects we want. Go to visual and we don't want any values. We don't want any title. And on y-axis also same, no title, no values. Okay. And now we will adjust it properly. And we'll try to bring it over here. Yeah. And manually I will increase its size. I will increase the height. Perfect. You can see it is perfectly matching over here. And I'll take it towards the right. And now it's perfectly and looking good. And now we'll do some formattings on this as well. So just go over here, go to bars and apply the color from here and add the middle color. And I will just choose the lowest as this, highest as let's say this, and the highest one will be this. And I'll just click on OK. And I will just go over here and we will turn off the legends. Okay. And now you can see the colors of this are perfectly matching over here, but still one color is not matching. We'll go to the bars and in the conditional formatting, this darkest color we'll choose at this. And now it is matching. And from here you can make an idea of which particular hour and which particular day are the highest one. You can see these are the highest, this is the highest, like 15, 17. When I say 15, it is afternoon 3 o'clock and 17, am I correct? 17 is the 5 o'clock. So these are the times which are at high peak and those are the hours where maximum numbers of can happen. Similarly, you have to go in total booking value and here also you have to change the color of this bar. So make sure you make those aligned towards this particular color, right? So it is your task to do that. So I will not change the colors. I've already told you how to do those particular color changes over here, right? So this is about total bookings and all those things. So now we have to add the title also. So I will just copy this, Control C, Control V. I will bring it over here. Okay, perfect. And now what I will do, I will just create a new title for this. So this is the title for pickup. I will just select all, Control C, right click. I will create a new measure. I will paste it over here and instead of this is the title for by pickup. This will be the title for by let's say what is the name, by hour and time. Okay, so this will be by hour, not hour and time, it is hour and day. Okay, and the same thing we will copy over here. I will just copy this, Control C, and here also instead of pickup time it will be by hour and day. Hit enter, close this, select this particular KPI, delete this and use this over here, right? So this is total bookings, then this is total booking value. You can see the titles are been changing with respect to whatever we want or whatever chart is been representing us. And same sorry, same way here you can see this particular filters. You can see it for specific cities also. You can see it for any particular city and you can see all those particular values. Similar way, if you want to see for first 8 days, right? So you can see it for first 8 days also. If you want to see it for first 22 days, you can see it likewise, right? So, as I told you, it will give you and multiple ways of filtering out the data, and then it will help you understand each and everything. All right, and you can deep dive in the data, and you can see the values for three measures from here. Right. So this is how you create this particular time analysis. You know, I can say the time analysis report. And furthermore, we have to do over here is we have to add a few bookmarks, as well as we have to add few uh, the drill through features. But for that, first we have to create a details grid, and then first we will create that particular details grid, and then we will move ahead with our the bookmarks and all others. So first we'll create a detail grid, and then I will show you how to do that particular the other functionalities. All right. Okay, so guys, now with respect to the other problem statement, that is for the last dashboard, we have to create a details tab. In this, we will create a grid table with some important fields. Then we will add the drill through functionality to that. And then we will use a bookmark functionality as well. And all other simple logos we have to add. We have to add the logos of Uber and all other navigation buttons as well over here. Okay, so I will just right click and I will then duplicate this particular dashboard, and I will name this particular now as details. Okay, so this will be my details, and here also I will name it as, instead of time analysis, I will name it as details, right? And furthermore, what we will do, I'll just delete this particular thing because we don't want that, the KPIs, we don't want this filters as well. This also we don't want, and this also we will delete. We don't want this, don't want this, don't want this, and don't want this as well. Okay, I will just keep this particular placeholder to create our matrix or table, and I will just increase end to end likewise, right? So now this will take my table. So for that, I'll just take table view from here, just take a table. I will just use it the space correctly. I will increase it likewise, and I will increase it vertically. So now we will go ahead and add a few fields over here. So for that, what we will do, first I will add the trip ID. So I will just take trip ID, I will add it into columns, and here it is taking count, but I will just go in more option and I will click on don't summarize. So it will give us each and every value over here. Then we will add the pickup date. So we have created the pickup date. So this will be the pickup date. Then we will add the vehicle, which vehicle has been used. And then I will add the payment type. We have a payment type as so. And then I will add the count of passengers, how many were the passengers traveling through that. So this is the passenger count. And then I will add the trip distance. So I will add the trip distance measure actually, because we don't want to show it in miles. We already have a lesser space over here. And then I will add the booking value. So we have created the total booking value also. So this is our total booking value. Then I will add the pickup location. Okay, so just take the location from here. So this will give as the pickup location. Why? Because the location which are being used, it is connected, or the location ID is been connected to pickup location. So it is automatically, it is, this is the active join and our active relationship. So it will be a pickup location. So we can also create an inactive relationship, which is a we can find out the drop off location also. So you have to use a lookup value. So I will keep it up to you. You have to use a lookup value function and add here. So main name this as pickup location and add here one more column which will give us an information of drop off location. So that I will keep up to you to add as an homework, and I will name it one more, that is total bookings as well. All right. And what else we can add? All right. Let us also add the pickup hour, right? So that is at what time that pickup has been done. All right. And we will add it after the date. Okay. So this is the pickup date. Now we will do some changes on the names of this. So I will just right click over here and we'll just bring this, delete this HHHS and all those things. And from here we'll remove the sum, and I will just name it as, or I will just name it as a number of passengers. Okay, so these are the number of passengers you can I should name, or we can say the spelling has been changed, and this is the total trip distance. So I'll just name it as trip distance only. and I will remove the measure from here. This is the booking value. So what I will just do, I will just name it as booking value itself. Okay. Then this is what pickup location. Okay. And these are the total bookings. Now we will do some more formattings over here. Select this visual, go over here, and in grid, I will just add the white color to this, and I will add it as 4. Okay, or 5 will take. So there is enough space in between that. Then we will go to border. Border, I will choose this color, and values. So in values, what I will do, I will choose the values as 11, and I will make it as Sagio UI semicolon. Okay. Similarly, we will keep the alternate color. The column headers also I will make it as 11, and I will make it as semi-bold. Right. And now what I will do, I will increase this size. So we have enough size in between. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So this is our grid, guys, and I will just select this, and I will go to specific column. I will select the trip ID and I will make it as center. Okay. So it looks good now. As well as column headers, I will also make it those to center. And these values, wherever values you are seeing, those also will make to center. So I will just go to payment type. I will make it as center, not payment type, the number of passengers. Number of passengers will make it to center. We'll make the trip distance also the values to center. I will just choose the booking value also make to center. And I will just select the total bookings. I will make it to center. All right. And we'll make some changes to totals as well. So you can see these are the totals, and I will make it as bold. Okay. This is bold. I have made it bold because there is a reason behind that, and I will tell you why I am doing that particular thing. So, and I will change this background color to, let's say, this. Okay. And now the values, the total values are now properly visible for us and looks good. And now what I will do, now we have to add other features, right? So now important part is there that we have to add a drill through feature over here. So guys, now how does a drill through feature actually works? So drill through is nothing but that we have to see a underlying data of the other visuals which has been created, right? And now if I come to overview analysis over here, and we have to add those measures in that particular drill through which are being used to create this particular charts. And if you take a close look over here, we can see total bookings is there, total booking value is there, and total trip distance is there. These are three measures which are important, which are mainly or which have been always been used to create this particular I can say this kind of charts over here, or we can say all kind of charts which are being created are based on these three measures itself, right? And when I go in details tab, we will also make use of these three measures itself while adding a drill through. So what I will do, I will just select this particular chart over here, and you can see there is an option here called drill through, and here you can add those fields over here. So what I will do, I will add the total bookings. Okay, I will add the total bookings to drill through. You can see. Then I will add the total booking value as well because that is also been used. Then also I will add the total trip distance, but I will add the measure one because we are making use of that particular measure value over here, not this total trip distance which we use to create an KPI because it has miles at the end. So that is the reason we are not making use of it, right? So you can see these are the three measures, important measures which are being used to create this particular values over here. Next, what I will do, I will just go back to my overview analysis over here. And now when I hover over my mouse over here, you can see an option has been activated here called details, or we can see a drill through, and it is asking us to move to details. And now see how it works and how to verify that particular thing. Okay. So I will make it on 33,000. Here you can see, if you see here, the total bookings are 33434. And just note this number, and you can see the payment type also, it is cash, and the total bookings are 33,434, right? So you can see this particular chart gives us an information of payment type and the total bookings. Just make sure and remember this numbers over here, and as soon as I go on drill through and I hit this particular drill background button, you can see over here the payment type, you will see the cache itself over here. All this particular data in this drill through is been it will show us the information of this particular payment type as cash, and you can see the total bookings value at the bottom. You can see total is 33434, means it is showing all those records only in this particular grid which are been used or which are been responsible to create that particular chart and that particular slice itself of that particular donut chart, right? So in this way, how the drill through acts. And here also you can see there are some filters automatically applied in this drill through, which are shown in italic over here, right? You can see in italic, these are the features or these are the filters which are automatically applied when you hit that drill through feature, right? So here you can see that underlying data, and if you want, you can send this data or export this particular data. You just have to click on these three dots and you can click on export data, and automatically you will you will this particular process will be done, and then it will say that the data is too large, do you want to continue? I will say yes, and then it will ask us to save that particular file wherever you want, either in mainly it is in CSV file, and you can send that particular file to someone else. And as you add the drill through feature, one option has been added or one automatic button is created, that is nothing but a back button. Here you can see that has been created automatic, and I will just bring it over here and I will increase the size of that button. So what does this do? This when I hover over on this, you can see a tooltip is there. Control plus click here to go back to the previous page in the report. Means what? When I control and click on this particular button, it will go back to the page from where we have drilled this particular data. So when I control and click, it will take back to me to this particular page, that from this page you have drilled that particular data, right? Similar way you can see it for this also. Let's say you want to see the trip type. When I drill through, and you can see the value is how much, 36,000 are the total booking, and when I go to booking value over here, you can see 36,000 is the bookings, right? Similarly way you can see it for booking value also. Let's say I click change this to booking value, and now here you can see the booking value is how much, 443. And now when I go over here, and now when I drill this, and when I click on details, you can see the total booking value is now look for booking value. So it is, you can see 44360. Same value we will see that. What does it mean? That for creation of this particular donut chart, this particular all data was responsible, and that is how you come to know that this type of you will get those particular drill through of that particular data. And you can see it for any chart. You can see it for here also. You can see the total bookings are 244. I'll just go here and you can see it over here. You can see 2442 is the underlying data for that. So you can create it for all. And here in this particular vehicle type analysis, or I'll just click over here and I will just click on this matrix chart, and here you can see the tooltip is not been working because it is turned off by default. So just select this particular matrix, go over here and just search for tooltip. As soon as you search, you can see the tooltip is turned off. Now you just have to click on it and it will be turned on. And now when I hover over my mouse, you can see it has been activated. And then you can drill through from here also. You can see the total bookings are, the vehicle type is Uber XL and it is 16698. And when I click on this, you can see the value is 16698 and all the vehicles are Uber XL. You can see scroll down, everything will be Uber XL. And then I will click on this particular back button. It will take me back to this particular page again. Similarly, you can see it from time analysis also. So when I click on this, and you can see the drill through is activated, you can see 960 bookings are there, and it is for 10 10 10. You can see 10 10 0. And when I click over here, you can see the pickup R. You can see from here. I will just increase over here, and no, not here. I'll just reduce it, and you can see R is rep over here. I'll just add and maybe 10. So you can see pickup R, everything is being shown at 10 10 10 only. So it is looking to the very closest value, and all the bookings you can see it is 960 only, right? So in this way, you have to go ahead and see this particular data, right? and you can see it from here also, but it is not activated for this. So just select this, go over here, search for tooltip, and just turn it on and close this. And now you can see it for specific days. So you want to see for Monday, there are only 41 bookings for Monday and hour of 2. So I'll just go over here, and you can see hour of 2, all are 2 hours. I mean, the for the second hour it will be showing the data, and you can see only 41 records are being shown. So it is working for everything. Whatever you do, it will work for everything, right? But there is one important catch over here. Now we will see how the bookmark works. What happens over here is when we are clicking to any of the data, and when we work on this particular data, when you apply the drill through feature, you can see now right now I'm seeing the 41 data. But what if I want to clear all this particular filter and I want to see entire data without any filtration which has been applied over here? Because a drill through, when I click on drill through feature, it will work, or whatever filters are available on this particular visual, those will be applied on this particular drill through. You can see those are applied in italic, whatever the fields are there, those are applied due to the drill through feature, and those are applied on this particular grid as well, and it is filtering out, and only 41 data is there. But at actually, if you see in our data, we have 103,000 data, and I want to see all that data also. But for that, what you have to do, you have to delete all these filters. So if you can see here, if I delete all these filters, it will show me all the data. See, when I delete these filters, when I delete all these filters, you can see I can see now all the data over here. But I have to do this each and every time, that I have to delete all those filters, and then I will see all the data. And I don't want that it should not happen that I have to delete all those filters and all those options again and again. So for that, what we can do is we can hit a bookmark. So I will tell you how to use a bookmark for this. So now I have removed all the filters. You can see I right now see all the data over here right now. Okay. So now what I will do, I will create a bookmark now. So what I will do, I will just go in a view button, just go in a view, and I will just select the bookmarks, and I will just select the selection pane as well over here, right? And now what I will do, so right now this visual is showing all the values record over here. Make sure that this particular visual is showing all the records. If you want, you can remove this also, but it is not affecting our this visual. When it is affecting, when we are applying the drill through action filters, when we are applying, then it is affecting this value. It is giving us the filtered out data. So here you can see right now all the data is being shown from the data, the raw data. Now what I will do, I will create a bookmark, right? So just click a bookmark here, and I will just name it as show all unfiltered data. Okay, so this is my bookmark which I have created, which is showing me all unfiltered data for this. And just this is the just what you have to do, right? And now I'll just close this, and what I will do, I will just add one image over here. I'll just go in insert, and I will add an image. So I'll just go in image, and I will add an image over here. So first I will go in downloads, and let's see which image we can add. I will add this donut chart. Okay, so this particular image I will add. So after clicking on this image, that particular bookmark will be activated now. And I will just bring it over here, right? Okay, so this bookmark, so what does bookmarks actually does is, guys, always remember, I have created this bookmark when this particular visual is showing all the data. So actually what bookmarks does is it takes a snapshot of the data uh, with whatever filters or no filters are been applied at that particular moment when we created this bookmark, right? So bookmark help you to create a view of your data by applying different set of filters so that it will be saved somewhere, and when you click on that particular bookmark, it will show that particular set of filters which are been applied, and that view it will be visible for you. But for now, what is our use case, that I want to see all the data without any filter is my use case over here. So no filters are been applied, and each and every data is available over here right now, and I've created that bookmark, that is show all unfiltered data. And now when I click on this button, I will go in action, turn on the action. Okay, and it should hit the bookmark. So it should hit the bookmark. Which bookmark? That is nothing but show unfiltered data. All right. And now we will apply this filters. Right now see how it works. So now I will go in time analysis. And here you can, if I want to see for this particular, I will just see the more lower data. So let's see. Okay, let's see for this, right? So you can see 36 data is there. So I will hover over my mouse and here you can see drill through is activated. Wednesday for hour of 3 only 36 bookings are there, and when I go in details tab you can see now I have only seeing 36 data, and when I scroll it down only those 36 records I can see. But after exporting all this particular data, I export it is I send it to someone. But I also want to see my use case is that my user is saying that after drilling it to this particular data, I want to see my whole data again. Uh, but you will say that I will go in this particular filters tab over here, or I will go in visualization and I will delete those particular filters which have been applied. There is no option when you upload this on service. So what you can do is I have created this bookmark. I will click control. I will press control and I will just click this. And as soon as you do, you can see those all records are now visible. Why this record is visible for us? Because that bookmark is activated, and that bookmark we took when this particular no data was available, and when I go in visualization you can see no filter has been applied. So this bookmark was created by taking the snap of this particular dashboard when no filter was applied, and in this way you apply the bookmark. When I go back again and if I show you again, let's say I want to see for this particular hour, let's say I want to see for this particular, and I will just go and you can see right now 960 data is there. Okay, I saw all the 960 data. I understood what is present over there. And now I want to see all the data again. I will just hit and you can see all the data is there. Control and click and that bookmark will be activated over here. So this is how the bookmark is created, guys. Okay. So this is for bookmark. And now what we will do, we will go to our main page over here and we'll add the logo over here. Now main thing which is left, that we have to add a logo. So for that I will just go in insert, go in shapes, and I will add the rounded rectangle, and I will just go to format shape now. And first I will go to view and I will turn off these bookmarks and this selection, and I will bring those back whenever needed. So now I will go in shape and I will make this as 15% rounded corners, and I will go in general, and in properties what I will do, the height and width for this I will just choose the height as 75, the width I will choose it as 80. Okay, and I will bring it over here. Nice. Okay, just bring it over here and go in shape, and in style I will choose the color as white. Okay, this is the white color, and why I'm doing this, because our color of the Uber logo is already black, and when we add that logo on the black, it will be not visible for us. So that's the reason I created a white background, and on that white background we will add that particular logo. Now I will go in insert and I will click on image, and I will go to Uber analysis. In images you can see the logo. This is the Uber logo. Okay, I'll just click on this. This is the logo which is there, and I'll just reduce it and I'll bring it on over here. Okay, perfect. All right. So in this way, we have added the Uber logo as well. And so this is the Uber logo which we have used. So you can also group it. That is the background image and this front image. You can group that entire thing. Okay. So I'll just copy. First, I'll copy this, or I'll just reduce it first. Okay. Select this, right click. So it's very hard now for me to select the background because it is hidden in behind that. Okay, and now I will group it. So now it is a one image, but it has gone behind that. I'll just press Control Z. So for now I will keep it like this only, doesn't matter. Okay. Now next thing what we will do, I will add the navigations. Okay, so now just go ahead. We'll go ahead and add the buttons over here, and we will apply, or we will just go to navigator and I will add the page navigators. Okay, so this is the page navigator for us, which will work for as a navigator for us, but we'll do some changes. First go in grid layout, and here instead of horizontal we'll make it as a vertical layout. Okay, increase it likewise, reduce it likewise, and bring it over here. So make sure we apply it over here perfectly. Okay, I will take it a bit down. All right, and let's do some analysis on this. So I will go in shape, and here I will choose it as a rounded rectangle, and I will make this as 5%. Okay, the backgrounds, or yeah, just go over here, and now I'll just go to shape, or now just go in style, and the default mean was so in default you can see the color is black. Default means what? Whatever selection has been done. So I will make it as white. Okay, no, yeah, okay, we will make it as white, and the fill color will change. Instead of white, we'll choose the fill color as this. Okay, or we'll choose it as this, right? And we'll make it as sage semi bold. Perfect. And now the selection. Now click on selected. Selected is nothing but the overview analysis, because it has been selected. The font color we'll keep it as white only, but we'll make it as sage UI semi bold, and the fill color we'll make it as white, and the color font color will now make it as blue. Okay, perfect. So you can see this has been selected now, and when I click on time analysis, it will take me to the time analysis, right? The similar way, what we will do, we have to add this to all others. So first I will reduce this logo likewise, so I can copy that particular logo also. Okay, perfect. Now I'll just select this logo, select the logo, press shift or press control, select the both the logos and the background image, right click, and I will group it. Okay, now just select this and this, control C, come to this analysis, paste it over here, and come on details tab also and paste it over here as well. Okay, and you can see on time analysis this has been selected, that is time analysis automatically, and on overview analysis this has been selected, right? So in this way you can create it. The background colors you can work out on it more, and you can see that. Now we have to add the other icons. You can see these icons we have to add. So what I will do, I will just go over here, and I will just select those icons now, and so I will just first, what we have to add, home, I button, refresh. Okay, I will just go to insert image. I will add the home button. Okay, so this is my home button. Okay, then I will go to insert image, and I will add the I button. Okay, then go to image again, and now I will add the reset refresh button, and go to image again, and now I'll add the data button, the but images actually, not button. All right, and now we have to give some actions to this. But first, what we have to do, as I told you, when I click on this I button, it should hit a bookmark, and it should give me the information of each and every field. So if I show you the other dashboard which I already created, and when I go to home over here in overview, so when I alter and click on this, you can see this action has been hid, and you can see I can see all the details over here. So this I have already typed, and you can see each and every field is being used, and what is the meaning of each and every table, each and every field, what is the description of that I have added over here. What I will do, I'll just select all, control C, and I will add it over here. What I will do, I will just go in insert, and I will create a new text box. Okay, just bring it over here, and I will increase it likewise. Okay, and I will paste it. Okay, nice. Okay, and now we will do some effects. Go in effects, and in background I will choose at this background color. Okay, so for you guys, you can either copy from here, write everything, or I will add the document, I will add the Word document which will take this information, right? And you can copy and paste it in the same text box because writing everything is not easy. Now what I have to do is when I trigger, when I hit the home button, when I click on this home button, it will show me all the dashboard without this particular text box. But when I hit on I button, it should show me this particular text box. So now for this, we have to create a bookmark. Okay. So I'll just go in view. I'll click the bookmarks and I will create the selection. All right, and I'll just hide this for now so it will be visible for us. Now what I will do, so this is the text box, right? So when I take a hover over my mouse on this text box, you can see this is highlighted, right? So this has been highlighted. So this is the text box. Now what I will do, I will hide this text box, or what I will do, this is the snap. I have to take snap of this particular picture right now, and I will just add a bookmark. So make sure I have added a bookmark, but when I have added a bookmark, that I am seeing this particular text box in front of me, and it is taking the snap of that particular this particular view, and it created a bookmark. And when I name this bookmark, what I will show, I will name it as show all data fields. Show all data fields information. So this is when I have all the data field information. Now what I will do, I will hide this. You can see hide this there. I will hide this visual, and this is what I need when I click on home button. So this snap I need when I click on home button. And now I will create one more bookmark and I will name this as show overview dashboard. That is nothing but I want to see now overview dashboard, right? So these are the two bookmarks which I created. So when I click on this, you can see this is activated, and when I click on this, it has been gone, right? So these are the two bookmarks which we created. So this is very important for us to understand, guys. Now what I will do, I will go in visualization. Now select this home button, then go to action, turn on the action, and here I will select the bookmark. And when I click on home button, what I want to see, I want to see the overview dashboard. Similarly, I will click on I button. It should click on the action, and this action should be hitting the bookmark. When I click on I button, I should see the all info, that is data info. Right. So now this is how we added the bookmark. Now I will show you how it works. So when I click on I button, control and press I button, you can see this has been activated. When I click on home button, it will be gone and you can see the dashboard. So this is how it works, guys. So I'll just click on this button and go in action here, and you can see tooltip. You can add the tooltip over here, that what should it show us. So I mean to say it will show us in tooltip that what when you click on this, what will happen. So I'll name it as control plus click to show or to view overview dashboard. Okay. Okay. And now when I hover over my mouse, you can see it is giving us me a tooltip that control plus click to view overview dashboard. All right. So this is how it works. So similar way you can create for this also. You can see here, and I will name it as control plus click to view the details of data, of raw data. And now when I hover over my mouse, you can see it is giving us the tooltip that click control plus click to view details of raw data. And when I click, you can see each and every data has been seen. When I click on home, it is going back. And now what I will do, I will just create on this also, the reset button. So this, what should this reset button do? I will just turn on the action for this, and it should clear all the slicers, right? So this is what it should do. So when I control plus clear this, it will clear all the slicers, but right now no slicer has been applied. Let's say I applied a Brooklyn. When I hit this button, you can see the Brooklyn is gone, and I can see all the values over here likewise. So it will clear all the slicers, and it will show you the data which is originally there. All right. So this is how you work with bookmarks. And now what I will do, uh, I'll just copy this, and this is this data action. Whatever you have to do, guys, you have to mention a GitLab link for this particular project, or a LinkedIn link for this particular project, where people can view your project. When they click and control plus click, they can view that particular link, where they will be redirected to your portfolio website or wherever it is, right? So you just go ahead and click on this particular action, turn on, and in this action you can see you have an option called web URL, and you have to paste that particular web URL of your GitLab, of your GitHub, of your portfolio, whatever you have, of your LinkedIn, whatever you have. And when you click on this particular, that it will automatically redirect and it will open a website and it will be taking you to that particular website, whichever link you have added. So I have just told you I'm not going to do it over here, but I have told you how to do it on your own. Now I will just select all these particular shapes, copy, and add it on all the dashboards. Paste. Click, come here, paste. Okay. All right, but it will not work on time analysis. See, when I click on this dashboard and home button, it is taking me to this particular overview analysis. Why? Because this snap was taken on this. You have to create a new bookmark over here again. So I will tell you for this how it works. So I will just go over here, and now I want this particular view. So I will just create a new bookmark and I will name it as show me, or you can say show time analysis report or dashboard. Okay, so this will show me time analysis dashboard. I will go in selection, and now here we have to paste that particular whichever we created. So I will just hit this bookmark first and we'll paste this particular, copy this table, Control C, hit, go back to this bookmark again, go to time analysis, and you have to paste that particular over here because it should be showing over here on this particular image, right? So this is you can see now I have created a bookmark. So I'll just hide this first. I will increase this size. Okay, so I have, when I click on this particular show time analysis, when I click on this, you can see right now it is not been showing because right after before creating this bookmark, we didn't add this text box over here. So for now, I have to update this bookmark. For that, what I will do, I will hide this text box, go in this three button and just click on update. So it will be automatically updated right now. Okay, and I will just turn on this, and now what I will do, when I hit this, it will be hidden. I have updated it now, right? So you should know how to update also, but I want to show it, and now I will just create one more bookmark over here, and this will be what, show details on time analysis dashboard. So nothing but we are seeing the details on time analysis dashboard. And I will just close this and I will go to visualization, and now I will hit this home button, and now here the action should be what for this home button, it should be what, it should show me the time analysis dashboard, and this I button should show me what, the show me details tab on this particular dashboard, right? And now when I click on home, it will show me this tab, and when I click on I button, it will show me over here. And here similarly, here when I click on home, it will show me home, but when I click on I, it will show me this all data, right? So this is how it works. I'll just click on home over here, and I'll just click on home over here. So this same way you have to create over here also on details tab. So it is your homework to do that. I've showed you how to create it for two tabs, but you have to create it on your third tab on your own. And so this is the complete analysis. I hope you have learned so many things from this particular project. If you have, just go ahead and hit that particular like button, and also hit the share button, share it with your friends, and mostly just go ahead and subscribe, guys, because that will be the motivation for us. And do support if you like your work, and just go ahead and support me. And you can just support, it is free for you. Just hit those like buttons, comment out if you appreciate, if you learn something, if any suggestions are there, if anything's wrong I've done, just correct me. You can hit that word, or you can just write in the comments down, right? So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, you learned something new, and I will be back with another tutorial. Till then, bye bye, take care.